there's already projects. The key lock for the ignition on the 76 Corvette. It will be the same for most GMs. So first thing you want to do is take a flat tip screwdriver and just gently pry around, and this will pop off. Second thing, what we're going to do, and you want to start a parts line on the ground so the order of which things go in, that way you can make sure you don't miss anything afterwards. So we got our parts line going. You want to remove the horn contact with the 3 screws, and then the horn plate behind it. They all just start coming out. And then this is a telescoping, but you want to remove these 2 screws. It looks like this one's been removed before and is somewhat stripped, so I'm gonna have to find another screw similar to this in order to go back in, since that one looks ugly. You may have to use a little PB blaster like I did. Make sure the battery, of course, is disconnected as mentioned earlier before doing so. Alright, I had to drill my screw out because that one was stripped, so I'm going to take time and clean all this up. And then what you do is you unscrew the centerpiece. Sometimes you might need a Phillips to do that. And then take note of the horn button here. It's that little spring-loaded metal piece. And then if you have a telescoping, you want to make sure that you remove this piece with the position of the telescoping part, and then just pull that off. Okay. And then the next part that we're going to do for myself is clean all that up. And then I'm going to go after those 3 screws. And then we have that snap ring right there. You can see the snap ring. Alright. Alright, so I've got the horn button out and the snap ring off. I just use a flat screwdriver. Make sure when you pull the horn button out, you set this aside and you don't lose it. Set the 3 screws that retain the steering wheel, and then we're going to take a 7/8 to get that out of there. Alright, get your big boy out, then go ahead and loosen that nut. Like I said, it's a 7/8. Alright, for this part you're going to need a steering wheel puller. You want to get a kit and you thread the 2 bolts that fit in each hole, and then tighten them. Right after you've snugged these, for me it was a 1/2 inch, you're going to take the center shaft, which is going to depress all the way on the middle shaft right there, and this is what's going to help give us the leverage. What we're going to do now is we're going to take and just start pulling, and it's slowly pulling the steering wheel towards us. And just like that, with pressure from the center, it pops off. Okay, as such, things will happen when you're pulling apart steering columns or anything really. Age will take its toll, and took a break, drinking a little rain, which is an energy drink. Called Eckler's up because it would be hard to even recognize what this is. But what this is a plastic retaining cap from 1976 that goes around this bushing, this rubber bushing. And it gives the steering column a much more secure fit. So I'm going to post that little image of the part in case yours is broken too right now. Okay, so I called Eckler's up. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. They're here in Florida. We're trying to get this quick. So we're just gonna set this aside now, and we're gonna get this retaining clip out of the way. Then our next part will be to pull off this metal cap here. This is, it has a light spring, if I'm not mistaken, behind it, so you want to take, it's not like crazy force, but just be careful. Cool, let's get to it. Clip out of the way. Like I said, a little bit of spring, not too much, so don't be afraid. Just pull that off, and that exposes the internals here. Again, keep a parts train going. I saw another guy in a video do this. It was an amazing idea. Go ahead and do the same. And we're gonna start removing. Right behind that's the signal assembly, and then we're almost there. We're almost there, so let's go. All right, let's show you guys how this works. So this is the indicator assembly. Again, here's the other part of the horn. What allows the horn button to go from here to over here, from the previous part that was like up here, is the contact plate, which is that piece over there that we just removed. It came off, and it's got those two little copper caps, and then right underneath is a copper ring. The rest of it is nylon. So what we're gonna do, and indicator up to get to that screw, that screw, that screw, and this will just gently come out. It will be attached to a wiring harness, so you want to be careful. We don't need to pull it all the way off, just get it out of the way so that way we can access the casting block for this key lock. If you have a magnet tool, this will be particularly helpful in fishing out the screws. Next, you want to take a Phillips and unscrew the hazard switch. Set that gently aside. After you remove the hazard, you want to unscrew the turn signal. You may need to get a vice grip to help, or something similar. And that just unscrews. We're undoing 1976 here in 2021. Okay, I'll probably get a little bit of penetrating oil on those threads. I want you guys to take notice. So that little hole right there is what the turn signal connects to. When you're pulling on this, be mindful you have a wiring harness, and then the hazard connection is that little tab down at the tip of my finger, and that connects to the bottom of this plate, so that'll be fun to make sure it gets realigned. And then comes time to get that key cylinder out, and it actually looks like the casting may already be broken right there, so we just need to release it. And then we're going to get a long skinny Phillips, and we're going to depress the pin to release that. Alright guys, I got it out. As you can see, I shoved this small of a flat in there.